Oh hey, thanks for joining me. We're heading up the Poudre today. We got some snow overnight and it is stuck to every single tree. We've got deep canyon walls. It's absolutely incredible. I'm so excited. Let's get going. Let's not waste any time. Let's see what the canyon holds for us today. Let's go. So I have arrived here at this super scenic roadside location. Ultimate lazy photographer status here, but man, I just can't help it. I'm up on this hilltop here. The river snakes down below me. Every tree is coated. It's begun to snow again. There's a bald eagle up on the tree there. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. I'm not kidding. This is like one of the most beautiful things that I've ever seen right before me here. I see so many compositions that I'm excited about. And I feel like I'm going to be pretty scatterbrained here. I don't know how well this video is going to turn out, but anyways, I'm happy to be up here photographing, and I'll try to walk you through some of these compositions as I take them. The first thing I'm going to focus on is the Poudre River down below. You've got snow along the banks. You've got a big giant boulder that's kind of going to be a strong anchor to the image, and then of course frosty trees all around. So as with all of these shots in this location and probably all throughout this afternoon, I will be using the 70-200. It's just that kind of day. Zooming in and picking out little details. Polarizer on the front, cable release to minimize vibrations, which a longer lens like this is particularly prone to. And setting up the composition, filling the frame, and clicking the cable. It would be nice if there was just a little bit more light coming from somewhere to kind of give the scene a bit more contrast and texture. I did hear a rumor that it's supposed to be partly cloudy for sunset tonight, and there is a little bit of a kind of feeling going on in the air. You're starting to see some bluer clouds and kind of some warmer clouds over here. So perhaps the sun will break through. We are kind of up in the mountains, so I kind of have a feeling it's going to stay socked in at least until sunset. But fingers crossed, a little bit of light to just kiss the trees would really set things off and bring the images up another level. But for now, it's freaking awesome. I mean, it's so beautiful, and I can't complain. Moving on to the next image, I have oriented the camera just a little bit uphill, and I'm doing a close-up, just filling the frame with the snow-covered ponderosa pine. Seems simple, and it kind of is, but focus on filling the frame, pay attention to large trunks that stand out and try to align those within your frame. So there's a couple of prominent trunks that I have off to the right side of my frame. I'm giving those just enough breathing room, and then I'm just arranging some of the more prominent trees with nice tops to kind of make a little diagonal. So again, got my comp set up, 70-200, good to go. Okay, next image. For this one, I'm kind of feeling like, in particular with that last detail shot of the trees, that they're a bit one-dimensional. So with a little bit of snow falling in the air, there actually is quite a bit of depth as you move back. So I framed up a cliff with trees, and then you kind of have a nice background that kind of loses a little bit of contrast as you go back. So I think that'll give the image a little more depth. Man, it is beautiful up here. This is so cool. Let's move on to the next location. now we're talking. I feel like this is the first image that I'm really excited about. Up on that overlook, I just feel like I wasn't quite clicking. I couldn't really take the image that I wanted to take. I think it was just too much of a just detail, snow, pine trees, rocks, just blam right in your face. And I think I touched on it before, there just wasn't enough depth, and that's what I found here. So what I have here is one singular pine tree, tall, prominent, and old, and it is set against a wonderfully shaped tall cliff that has this kind of cool notch into it and just awesome texture all around. And then further into the background, you have the distant hillside covered in snow, and there's a tiny bit of mist up there. I'm doing a vertical composition. I've got my 70 to 200 on again. I've got my polarizer dialed in. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but every little bit helps, and it does make a subtle difference. It kind of darkens up the rocks, makes them a little more brown and contrasty. I'm really liking this image. I'm loving what I'm seeing. Simple. Basically, I'm just stacking up the layers. The composition just kind of fell into place. I know I'm from the East Coast, but I don't think I'll ever get tired of coming to places like this. This is only my second visit up here in the Poudre Canyon, and I've just fallen in love with it. I mean, these cliffs are so tall. The snow is just falling gently around me. You always have the sound of the Poudre River in the background. It's just absolutely beautiful. This is definitely becoming one of my favorite places very quickly. It's good stuff. Oh man, this place is just absolutely incredible. I love it so much. I think I'm done with this spot here. I got that one photo, got a couple variations on it, and I also just kind of spent some time relaxing and taking in the view. Isn't that what we're out here for? That's a big part of this for me. I love coming out here, I love soaking up the beauty, and I love trying to translate that into my own images for others to see and maybe feel a little bit of what I felt when I was out here. With that said, I think it's time to pack up the car and continue on up the road. I'm noticing that there's a lot of fog right on the tips of these mountains, and I actually haven't been this far up canyon before, but I am hoping that if I get up a little further, perhaps, just perhaps, and I think it is a small chance, maybe I'll drive up into the clouds, and if that happens, I can only imagine how good it's gonna look. So let's get on the way up here and see what we can find. Alright guys, so I'm going to take the opportunity to wrap the video up here. It's actually totally gorgeous still, and I feel like a spoiled photographer saying something like this, but they did not get as much snow higher up here, and the trees are just kind of barren. It's beautiful to look at, but I don't think I'm going to be taking any more pictures tonight. And oh, by the way, the sun is out as well, which is also something I was hoping for, but it's just not quite right. So with that spoiled note, thank you so much for watching my video today, guys. I really appreciate it. If you like my content, please leave a like on my video, leave a comment, and if you really like my videos, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You can find the button right in the bottom right of the video. So again, I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll catch you next time.